Hey, Chet. I know I've been gone for a while, and well, actually, I have my reasons. Look, I've been, you know, just, I've been really busy. School just started for me, and, well, that in itself is already just hard. And I, what I started doing was like, sorry, there's like a bug. Basically, as I was saying, what I would usually do is I would go home, I would stream if I could. And you guys clearly saw that. I would play Dredge a little bit, but that really didn't last long. I'll explain why. The reason why was because I I'm an actor. I like acting a lot, It's what I love doing. And so at my school there was this play, and I really, it's like one of the things that I want to do. So I was expecting it to be later. I'm talking like maybe October-ish, but it wasn't. It came pretty fast. It was like the second week auditions were happening. I missed them, but I asked if I could still do it because, it's what I love, right? And so I did, and I got in it. Um, I didn't really care what I got in the role, like what role I got. All that mattered to me was that I got it, got something in there because, that adds on to my resume and it just, it helps me a lot. So I so I got a role in it, right? And I was happy. I was expecting it to be a, like a kind of like I was expecting rehearsals to be how it used to be in middle school, where it was one on Monday, one on like Wednesday, and then as we got closer to the due date, it would be like we would do it every day. Like I'm talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? That's what I thought. But well, that wasn't really the case. Instead, it was we immediately start with it rehearsals being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday we had off. But that in itself was already hard because I'm trying to juggle, schoolwork, doing the play, practicing a little bit of my lines, and, you know, I also have an agent, so they're like giving me some stuff for that. So I'm trying to, juggle that too. Then I'm also uh I'm, you know, it's just it's hard. There's a lot of stuff going on, and also trying to juggle family time, and streaming. You know, so it's been really hard to do that, and I I have school until 4. Then I don't and rehearsals till 7. When I get home, you know, dinner's ready, and then my mom's like, "Oh, let's watch a movie," or my brother is watching a movie with my mom, and that in the living room is usually where I stream. So it was it was hard to do that. But um, so it's getting harder to stream. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna stream, not really stream, but I'll do vlogs where every like week there's gonna be a vlog of an update of like how I'm doing, if I have some plans, and all that type of stuff. So I this video was mainly to tell you guys, and mostly kind of for me, so I feel better, that you know I just been very busy, but I want to stream. I want to do more, you know. But yeah, I hope y'all really do understand where I'm coming from. It's like there's a lot, but recently it was my birthday. I tried doing a stream, to basically be like, hey, it's my birthday, and also kind of explain what's been going on and stuff. But it's a score. Um, but I I think there was too many things happening. Like there was a lot of devices being used in the moment, and so the Wi-Fi was going like really bad, and it was just really hard to stream. So it was hard. I'm gonna be honest. And so I couldn't stream that. We were also gonna stream at the mall, but then the Wi-Fi there also sucked. So mainly the problem was the Wi-Fi, and so I was sad I couldn't stream at the mall because we saw a lot of cool stuff. I thought it would have been fun. But I don't know, I just couldn't, and so that sucks. But there was then I went home and I was gonna stream like me opening up all the stuff that I forgot, so I was already too hyped up, you know, especially because I got great friends and they bought me stuff at the mall and I didn't even realize it. And they were like, "Yep, it's your gift." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Even though they had gifts already, but they just bought me it. So yeah, they'll be friends. But you know, but yeah, I was gonna stream and I was gonna tell you guys then. I just everything didn't really work out, and I was really sad. So I didn't really stream for a hot minute. So yeah, it's been a while since I streamed, and I'm sorry for that. But I did get money, so I'm gonna use that money to buy myself another webcam for my room, so I can stream in there. So yeah, I might be able to stream a little more than usual, but I probably won't be streaming Dredge as much because that was on my Xbox. And, it's complicated, but yeah, I was gonna initially use that money to buy myself some more clothes, and stuff like that. But you know, streaming is genuinely what I love. I love like that's kind of what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a streamer and an actor, and you know, hopefully it all works out. I just pray to God, like He's with me. He's guiding me right now, and you know, this is all His plan. So I just gotta, keep pushing. Keep doing what I do, because later in the future, God will help me out. He's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And one last thing, I figured y'all would like to know a little more about what happened at the play for like did I say it was? Yeah, I think I already mentioned that. But basically, I got into the play, right, and I it was like the first day of rehearsals, right? And I was like already kind of a little nervous because, I haven't done that in a hot minute. And, you know, I was already a little nervous, I'm going to be honest because it's been a hot minute since I've actually done something like in general, like that could be anything from my agent or anything from like the school wise. So yeah, it was a hot minute. And so I I did it right. And when I showed up, it was it was overwhelming because everybody was like laughing, having fun. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you got this! Oh, that's so cool! Oh yeah, 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 yeah." And you know, for me, it was pretty hard because I was like, "Oh shoot, what do I do? What do I do?" Because that was like my first time doing a play at that school. So I was like, "Well, I'll just sit in this corner." I was just kind of a little shy, feel me? But I was just chilling right there, like in a corner, uh, and I was like relaxing, but I made eye contact with this person. I'll explain who his name is later, or not, maybe I won't name drop right now. Maybe later though. So I made eye contact, and uh, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, yo, what's your name?" and everything, and then, he started like being like, "Yo, you're cool" and everything. And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And, we kind of just kicked it off from there. And this guy, like, Loki helped me fit in, helped me, like, relax into the play, into this theater, you know, at that school. So it was really nice. It was, like, really cool. And, but, I was still a little bit overwhelmed, though, because even though he was, like, helping me ease into it, he was also like very energetic, right? So he was like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah," and I'm like trying to process, and I'm trying to be like, trying to figure out what to say, like, yeah, or, you know what I'm saying, like, so it was like hard to do that, and he was also like, "Oh yeah, look at this guy, oh he's so cool," and, everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, you know, like it's a lot. And so if y'all don't really know, I do have a little bit of anxiety, you know, but at the same time, it's kind of what I love because I like doing storytelling. I like playing different roles, and stuff like that. So all that was happening. I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh," and then I walked out for a second. Right, I walked out because rehearsals didn't really start. Everybody had to, be there so you could take roll and stuff like that. So you know, it hasn't really started. So he was like, "Oh, you can go out. You can like do whatever you want, but at like 5, you have to be there, right?" And I was like, "All right, all right, all right, all right." So I, you know, I left, right? I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like holding my chest, like trying to breathe, trying to relax, because it's like it was a lot. And I was like opening my phone, like trying to figure out what to do, because I don't want to just like somebody to walk out of the classroom too, because they're trying to do something, and they see me just in the hall like this, like what do I do? What do I do? Like, so I went on my phone, right? Made it look like I was just chilling on my phone or texting somebody, and uh, and so I was trying to figure out what to do on my phone, and I look, and immediately the first app I see the Bible app, right? And I can't remember what verse it was, right? I can't remember, but it was a verse, right? And it said something, and it like, I don't know, locked into me, and I was just like, okay, God's with me. He knows I'm stressed out right now, but he's like, you got this, bro. You got this, right? So I just like, I know he's right by my side, and I know he's like holding me, and he's like taking care of me. He's like right there, making sure, I don't mess up. He's right there, and so I felt more reassured. I felt okay, and so I went back in there, and I just went back in there with confidence. I started doing it, and it's been like, I think, 2 weeks now of me doing it, just of doing like rehearsals and stuff. And I've met some people that I actually like and I'm friends with, and and so it's just really cool to do all this, But I just wanted to be here. I just wanted to make this video to say that I miss you guys a lot. You know, Streaming means the world to me. Acting means the world to me too. I got to be able to balance that. So I'm gonna be making these like vlogs, and then hopefully I can buy the webcam or something so I can stream. You know, in my room. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep y'all updated. For now, this is vlog 1, and I hope I can make more. And see you guys next time.